This is 5 Minute Feng Shui podcast number 15. Get famous. Find your feng shui for fame and recognition. Welcome to the 5 Minute Feng Shui podcast, where each week I talk about how to move energy and make money. You'll learn how to create a prosperous home and an abundant life using classical Chinese feng shui. I'm your host, Katie Weber, publisher of the Red Lotus Letter, Feng Shui Easing for Wealth. Each week, I'll cover feng shui topics that can help you improve your life, share inspiring stories, and always end with 3 easy-to-implement feng shui tips that you can put to work right away, and usually in about 5 minutes. Now let's get started on the 5 minutes that could change your life. Hey, this is Katie. Today we are talking about fame. You know, it's that kind of thing that people just have your name on their lips. They think of you for certain projects and they come up to you and want to know who you are, maybe see if you can do certain projects for them, maybe at work. Fame isn't all about having your name in lights. It's also about having friends. It's also being recognized for the work you do, and for I don't know about you, but I've been in that situation where I'm at work and I've beaten my brains to the wall, out of the wall, and then nobody notices, and that's why you need fame feng shui. Well, you know, fame really is, if we're talking about the name in the lights kind of thing, movie star type of fame, it's really a tricky thing. You know, some people seem to get that recognition really easily, while others just keep toiling endlessly to get their 15 minutes of fame, as the saying goes. You know, fame is really related to the south sector of your home, or the Bagua, which is that 8-sided map that Feng Shui uses. And this is actually the side that is related to status, to your good name, and to people who recognize you and your standing in the community. This is also about celebrity. It's got another aspect to it, and that is fame represents the acquisition of material rewards. Stay with me, people. I know that's like a mouthful. And that is that, what I'm talking about when I talk about the acquisition of material rewards. That's nice furniture, wonderful hotels to stay in when you go on vacation. It's that matching luggage. It's all the things. It's not just money in your account. It's those things that make life enjoyable and pleasurable. And that's why you really want to activate yourself for fame, right? Because we want an upgrade in the car. We want an upgrade. We want to fly first class, or at least business class. We don't always want to have to, just kind of scratch to get by and toil away and no one pay any attention to us, or not have friends. Fame is that type of energy that we really want to activate when we want all of those things. So one of the ways that you can do this is to get some recognition for like a special ability. So for instance, the south sector pertains to the recognition that you deserve and the attention that you receive for your particular skill or talent, or maybe even your lineage. Maybe you have a famous or prominent family name. And when your home enjoys a beneficial south sector, recognition comes more easily. Friends and good times are enjoyed at your home, and it helps you retain a good name. And it makes people want to invite you to parties and things, do fun things like that. In addition to that nice hotel room that I was talking about, that is a special thing I always enjoy. Now, when the south sector of your home has problems, this is called an affliction. Now, sometimes the South has an annual affliction. That means that the annual feng shui has changed in some way, and that is creating problems for you. Or it could be a poor arrangement of your home's particular natal energy. And if you have any problems in the South sector, then this is the anti-fame energy that you'll suffer from. That's like gossip. Maybe you have bad social standing. Maybe friends don't invite you out. You don't have those kinds of fun and social opportunities that we all love. Or you might just have an uphill battle trying to get the credit you deserve. The South can also be harmed by having water in this area. So like if you have a bathroom back here, then you really want to boost the south corner of your living room. This is another simple way that you can always overcome any problem that you have in your house, and that is by activating another particular corner in your living room. So if your south sector has a bathroom, maybe it has the laundry room, it could be a garage even, you're going to want to activate the south corner of your living room for that fame and recognition energy. Now, if this is the case where you've got a problem, then you're going to want to boost that south sector. And even if this isn't your particular situation where you have and you do enjoy good recognition and social reputation, it's really important to pay attention to this south sector because you always want to protect it because it's all about your good name. I mean, you work hard to make a name for yourself and to represent yourself and your family. And when you've succeeded at doing that, it's really important that you protect it. Now, when it comes to Feng Shui, one thing that stands out, and that is when things are bad, you should do what you can do to change things. And when things are good, you should do what you can to protect that good fortune. And this is really true when it comes to your name. Now, and it's especially true if you're kind of walking on eggshells, like on your job. If you're having some problems with your job, then you're really going to want to check that south sector, because if you have a problem in that corner of your home, it could affect how people look at you. And if you're worried about your company having layoffs and that kind of thing, it could make a difference. So now, also, when we talk about the south sector, we're also talking about friendships and social opportunities. And when you have an afflicted south sector, you can experience isolation, loneliness, and at work, like frustration as colleagues around you steal your thunder or your limelight, or your name just isn't held in the high regard that you'd like it to be. So here's what you can do. You can take matters into your own hands and build your own reputation. And one of the ways you can do that is with red. Red is the color of fire, and it's the color associated with the south sector and with fame and recognition. Fire heats things up, and red is the color that gets you noticed. Just think about that song, Lady in Red, and the red power tie. I mean, nobody ever went, Lady in little black dress. Nobody ever said that. The song was Lady in Red. Okay, so it's not my strong suit is singing. But red is so important. Red is a stimulant. And if you're lacking in recognition and social status, then you definitely need to get some stimulation in there. Get some red going in your home. In 2018 coming up, oh my goodness, you will want to have some red in your home. And I'll talk about that a little bit more as we move on. Anyhow, but let's get back to this. So many houses don't even have red. You'll go into houses and a lot of blues and browns and greens and that kind of stuff, but red, no. You don't see it except maybe Christmas time, something like that. So it doesn't take a whole lot of red. I mean, we all know it doesn't take but a little spark to burn down half of California, which is horrible because we just had these horrible fires out in California just in the month of November here in 2018, and so I'm not making light of that at all. What I am saying is fire has power, so you don't have to use a lot of red color in order to have a great effect. So a couple of things that you can do is just to paint your south sector red, unless it's a bedroom or a bathroom. Now, you don't ever want to paint your bedroom red because it's going to be too stimulating. You want to make sure that you can rest and feel romantic and that kind of thing there. You don't want to be, up and down all night and suffering from insomnia. You can also add red cushions or pillows in your south sector. You can paint the south wall in your living room red, or you can add red candles or a lamp with a red shade in the south sector. And you could also add images of birds like, oh gosh, a phoenix or a rooster, a red rooster. Those are all great symbols to add for fame and recognition. And lighting. Now, lighting is another symbol for fire. So if you want to improve your standing, you can just add some more lighting in the south corner of your living room or your home. That's really important for getting people to notice you. It's sort of like what realtors say when you walk into a home and you're selling a home, and when buyers are walking in, they want every single light turned on, and it's absolutely true. Light brings recognition. My own mom was selling her house one weekend when my family had come down to visit them, because we lived quite a way away, and they had not had any offers on their house, and they were getting ready to leave. We were going to leave because they were going to have a showing. And I said, Mom, aren't you going to turn all the lights on? And she's like, oh, we don't turn all the lights on. I said, what? No, every light. And I ran around the house flipping on every switch and turning on every lamp. Guess what? They got an offer that day. It like genius. It was perfect. It just, boom, they got that offer. And it's all because of that recognition factor. So we really like light, right? So we want to add those in the south sector. And it's also important that you light the front of your house, because that brings opportunities to you. And if you're working in an office, try adding a lamp on the south corner of your desk, unless it looks ridiculous there, but just light up your desk. Always have a light on at your desk, really helps. And if you've got some indoor trees or plants, add those little white twinkle lights. They look really awesome, and they add a little bit more light. Now, you can also use personal feng shui, and this would be so that you would face your particular fame direction, so that when you sit or you eat or you sleep or you work and you're really serious about becoming famous, that you want to get, especially if you're like in the public line of work, like you're an actor or a politician or a newscaster, you want to get all the attention you can. In that case, you want to maximize all the recognition areas you can. So that means the south sector and your personal fame directions. Now that is going to be your wealth direction, and if you go to my redlotusletter.com and you click on the tools up at the top and you find the Qua calculator, you enter your date of birth and your gender, and it will give you the correct direction for success and recognition. Now, let's talk about outdoors too. This is a really good area to put a little extra fire energy. Now, outdoors in the south sector of your garden, you can add a barbecue, some wood furniture, you can add some lighting in the garden. Plants and flowers are also a really good stimulator in this sector. So get yourself to the garden center and load up on some red colored flowers. Just giving your south sector some small enhancements can do a lot for your reputation, your social status, and good standing in your community. And extra attention can cause your name to be more recognizable, and it enhances your credibility, and who knows, you might just become famous. I mean, think about all the doctors and famous people. Well, if you go into a famous person's house, a lot of times they've got pictures with famous people or films they've been in, and they've got their Emmys and awards displayed. If you go into a doctor's office, many doctors are very well to do because they get great recognition energy. Well, how do you feel good about them? You look around and you see all these plaques on the wall and diplomas, and that's impressive. So impress some people and impress yourself by putting up newspaper clippings that you have of yourself and pictures with famous people. Don't be a wallflower and just kind of fade into the background. Call out some attention to all your accomplishments. It's really important that you work on coming out of the shadows and pursuing those dreams by displaying all your successes. It's really a great way to get you some recognition that you deserve. So we talked about today getting recognition and being seen, and how important that is for both your social standing and social opportunities, as well as getting recognition, which, a lot of times people who get recognition at work often get promotions. They often get raises. And we like that, right? Everybody can go for a promotion or a raise. So let's talk about your 5-minute feng shui 3 tips. Tip number 1, lights, camera, action. Light up the south wall of your living room by painting it red or adding lights or candles to this area. Place up lights in the bottoms of planters to shine up and make sure that area is well lit. Number 2, call attention to yourself. If you've got a university degree, letters of commendation, published articles, trophies, any kind of recognition at all, place these on the south wall of your living room or your office or a waiting area if you have a business. But make sure you find a south wall of some part of your home where you can call attention to all you have achieved. It's very important. And use the power of 9. The number 9 is the number associated with the South. So if you have pictures taken with famous people or you have prestigious items to decorate, maybe you've got trophies or things like that, put them into groups of 9 on the south wall. And if you can do that, all the better. I think, try to find 9 things that look really important, even if it's you on a vacation somewhere. Maybe you don't have a letter of commendation or you didn't win a medal. And if you did win a medal, put it in a frame. Many military people have medals that go into a desk drawer or into the drawer in a cabinet. And we don't want to do that. Call that out, especially those really special medals that many of our service members get. So try to find 9 things, and maybe it's you test driving a Ferrari, or maybe it's you on the beach in Waikiki. If even pictures like that show you're going places or you've met important people, put those up there. Put that in there in your power of 9 sector section that you pulled out for the south corner of your house or desk or your office. I think that's a really, really good tip. So use the number 9, call attention to yourself, and light up that south corner of your home and or living room. All right, that's all the time we have for today. I hope you've enjoyed this information about getting some fame energy going for you. Now, if you have more information or if you'd like more information about fame and how important it is for the annual energies, make sure you go to redlotusletter.com/annual, and you can find out all about the Year of the Pig that's coming and the prosperity star that really loves to be fired up with the color red. All right, have a great day. Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening today to 5-Minute Feng Shui. The Year of the Pig is coming, and I want to share with you where you can find everything you want in the year ahead. That's because the Prosperity Star is coming this year, and it's showering us with a Roman candle of opportunities for money, abundance, and love. And it's all in my annual Feng Shui Forecast Success Pack. You'll get a full year of in-depth Feng Shui details about how to use the energy of the year for success and prosperity. And it's for every house and every zodiac sign. And my forecast also includes lucky clothing colors, handbag, and wallet colors. You'll get a full zodiac report for your Chinese zodiac sign and so much more. Be sure to go to redlotusletter.com/annual for all the details on the Year of the Pig.